Local 10 weather team is right here. Let's start with our chief certified meteorologist, Betty Davis.
Hi everyone, let's give you the very latest on Hurricane Irma. If you're just checking in with us, yes, it is a very strong system. It has gotten stronger and it's not expected to get any weaker. Bottom line on that, maximum sustained winds at 130 miles per hour. The pressure at 944 millibars. It's moving toward the west at 13 miles per hour. That center of circulation 490 miles east of the Leeward Islands. And even on this vantage point, we're sort of pulled back from the system, but you can tell it is a great looking hurricane in terms of just holding itself together. You can see the eye distinct on this particular hurricane. So Irma is having no problem surviving as it's traveling over those Atlantic waters. Now here's the deal in terms of the projected path. The center of Irma is going to move nearer over parts of the northern Leeward Islands as we go from Tuesday night into early Wednesday. That's why some of those islands are under a hurricane warning. Hopefully their preparations are done and they're ready for whatever Irma brings their way, and we'll try to get you more specifics on some of the impacts for those islands. And then as we're getting into Wednesday, notice it looks as though it's right in line to come near Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico actually under a hurricane watch. So that's another area getting ready, as well as other areas of the greater Antilles. We're talking Hispaniola. Notice by Thursday, the projected path showing the core of Irma could come near Hispaniola, and then even into Friday could come close to that north coast of Cuba. And also notice the Bahamas still implicated in this cone. So there's still plenty of areas that need to monitor Irma and have a plan and be ready to go. And of course, I want to draw your attention to the end of this cone because we're now finding that South Florida is in this cone. So if you've been out there already thinking, should I have a hurricane plan? Well, hopefully you already do. We're here in South Florida, so we need that in place. But definitely get that in order and make sure you're ready to act on it if need be. I'll show you some of the track models and just how close together they are as we're going from today into Wednesday. So there's a lot of agreement here. They're very close together. So in agreement in terms of a system moving near the Leeward Islands as we're going through time, even coming near Puerto Rico. But once we get beyond, say, Wednesday, they start to spread out. And also today, we noticed that more of a shift toward the west-southwest, which became, of course, a lot more worrisome for us here in South Florida. Let's bring in our hurricane specialist, Max Mayfield, to talk more about the track model guidance and where Irma even heads 5 days out.
Okay, and I'm going to start on that graphic you ended with, Betty, with the track models. There's a little bit of scatter here. I mean, there's a couple down over Cuba. There's one up to the north here. And these are only the more reliable models that we can show. Take a little bit of mystery out of how this forecasting is done. The Hurricane Center goes back and they look at the verification of all the different models in their own forecast too. And so they know which are the most reliable models. So they kind of make a consensus out of those. That's this red line here. And if you note, that position is off the north central coast of Cuba, just about where the cone is. So that model is really not a true model. It's a consensus of the 5 better models. Now, the Hurricane Center also went out of its way to say that their 5-day position is very close to the European and the United States global model. So let's go take a little look beyond 5 days' time and let you know why we're certainly concerned here. This is the European model starting out there on the north central coast of Cuba on Saturday afternoon. This is Sunday afternoon. You can see that spin over South Florida there, but it's a large circulation. And then it goes on up, eases up to the north, just off the coast after that. So that's the European model. This is the United States global model, remarkably similar. I mean, the same idea, over or near South Florida by Sunday afternoon, and then easing on up to the north. This one's a little bit closer to land over the Florida Peninsula there. But both of those models have the same idea. Don't focus on the dead center of that. Just know that those 2 models that they have faith in after 5 days also shows a northward turn, at least at this time after that. This is another way to look at it. Starting off here Saturday 2 p.m. on the last forecast from the Hurricane Center. And those 2 models both take it northward. And another thing is it expands the circulation. That's something that's really important. And so I want to go back to the cone and we'll talk about what this really means. And it's really just where the center of the hurricane is likely to be. And,
right.
And I mean, the way they've designed it, they've gone back and looked at the previous 5 years worth of forecast errors, and 2/3 of the time, the center of the hurricane is going to be within that cone. And the average forecaster in 5 days has over 200 miles. So that means that it may not be right off that north central coast of Cuba. It could be, 100 to 200 miles away from that. So don't just focus on the cone. That only tells you where the center is likely to be. The impacts can be well beyond that. And in fact, they are forecasting those winds to increase. This graphic actually accounts for some of that size change. It accounts for the variability in size, the change in the possible tracks and intensity. And these are actually very high numbers, 33% in Miami here by Sunday afternoon even. For a hurricane that far out, that's a large number.
So the key points, the key takeaway, we know we're now at the edge of that cone, so I know that has a lot of your attention out there. But just the key message for you, it's a very powerful hurricane right now, and it's expected to stay very strong, and there are increasing chances of impacts here in South Florida.
And we went back and found an analog here, just something similar to this anyway. This is back in September of 1960, Hurricane Donna. It was a major hurricane for days and days out there over the Atlantic. It actually made the first landfall in the United States just northeast of Marathon, actually, believe it or not, on September the 10th. And then it eased up over southwest Florida. The island went near Marco Island, Naples, and Fort Myers as a Category 4 hurricane. And I put this up here just because it's similar in track, passing near the Leeward Islands, north of Puerto Rico and Hispaniola. This one stayed a little bit away from Cuba. The intensity, I think, will really depend a lot on the interaction with those islands down there. If the center actually moves over Cuba, it will weaken it somewhat, but even if it weakens somewhat, it's still going to be a large circulation.
Right, and we're going to have to deal with something. So that's the takeaway here. We're going to have a